Welcome to my garden, friends. It is November, and in Vermont we call this stick season. It is basically late fall between the glorious foliage and the winter snow, when the trees look like sticks. And I am preparing my gardens for winter. The main task is putting things away that should be in a more sheltered location for winter. We start with the hoses and rain barrels, emptying out any water before we stash them in our garage. They're fine through a light frost, but once we start getting colder, they can break from water expanding as it freezes. I have learned this the hard way with hoses. I am also putting my bird bath and fountain in the garage. I would like to find a bird bath that I can leave out all winter, but I'm pretty sure this one would crack, and I definitely don't want the fountain exposed to the freezing weather. Since I added more hoses this year, there are more to put away. I was already on the deck putting away the deck hose, so I took some time to clean up plants in my green stock. I'm hoping that some of the hardy herbs will survive the winter in there. I also cleaned out the remnants of some seedlings that I never planted this year. Oops. I always am overly ambitious. Does anyone else do that? Some of my pots also get cleaned out and put away, particularly the terracotta ones, as I have learned they will also crack, mainly from the water in the soil expanding as it freezes. So I cleaned those out, and I'm going to store them in the garage over winter as well. Of course, fall is also the time to plant spring flowering bulbs. In the past, I have planted hundreds of daffodils and tulips in various locations around our property. This year, I'm keeping it super simple. I am just planting some tulips along my walkway where the salvia was, so that hopefully in the spring we'll have little groupings of tulips between my tater tot arborvitaes. Then I move on to my garlic. I haven't had to purchase garlic for a few years now, and it is so satisfying to plant garlic that I've grown myself, not to mention to plant it in the fluffy soil of this new raised garden bed. I will tell you more about the raised beds in an upcoming video, and if you would like to know more about growing garlic, I do have a video on that I will link above and in the description box below. I did prep the soil with an organic fertilizer before planting, and after I plant them, I covered the soil with a straw mulch. I don't do a ton of cleanup in the fall because I do want to leave some plants out for wildlife and just winter interest. However, I do remove the peony foliage, and I also try to get some weeding done. There have been many above average temperature days this fall, and I am trying to take advantage of them. I even made some progress digging out the garden beds at the back of my berry garden, though I didn't quite finish. There will be plenty for me to do in the spring. Before winter really sets in, I did want to turn my attention to my fruit trees. Normally I would just put the tree guards on this time of year, but many already have them on to protect them from some little creatures that like to nibble at them. However, insects can also use the guards for protection and to hide in. So I went through and I cleaned up the trees and the guards. So I took the guards off. I did spray some neem oil on the trees that have had fungal issues, and I also wiped down the insides of the tree guards to make sure I didn't miss any bugs. A few trees also received some light pruning as well because they had already dropped their leaves and I was there. And of course I put the guards back on for winter. I did not get to all of the cleanup I would have liked to do, especially in my potager. However, I think I got to the most important things, and I can continue to work on a few things on nice days. For now, however, it is time to get cozy inside and rest for a little while. don't worry, I will still have gardening to do with caring for my houseplants and planning for the next year. Happy gardening, friends.